Hey y'all, Andrea here from Andrea Speaks TV, back to bring you more news and commentary you can use. Listen, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you all, and I hope you and your family are doing well. Listen, y'all, I'm actually sitting in my car. You can probably see from the window right here, it's raining. Now, I'm here in Georgia, right? And y'all, I'm just thinking about, I usually, come on and give you our weather updates. We're experiencing, okay, not only here in Georgia, which is where I am, but all across the United States, even certain parts of the world experiencing unusual weather patterns, right? Now, it seems like for several days, even maybe over this past week, right? I don't know the exact number of days, but if I were to kind of estimate, seems like for at least the past several days, if not a week, we've had rain, like, the rain, it'll stop, it'll rain the next day. And I just so happened to check the weather forecast. There's more rain coming, right? And I told you all, at least in my area, where there is rain, whenever there's rain, there's a threat of flash flooding, things like that. But I say, I try to use this opportunity as a time where I can collect rain for my garden. Okay, plants thrive, right? The plants thrive from my experience with rainwater. So I say, you know what, well, let me collect as much as I can. So I got a lot of work to do with that, right? And I want to encourage you to do the same. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I can only make suggestions, but I'm just thinking about how, wow, like there were some time periods a couple of months back, even last year, where we didn't get any rain for several days. And that had an effect on, as a matter of fact, it was so hot, right? It was so hot that actually destroyed some of the heat. Some of my plants died from the heat, the extreme heat that we were having. And so now, here we are with the rain, and it's a blessing so far. But, depending on, the area that you're in, some people could be at more of a severe threat of flash flooding. So you have to be mindful of that. Just looking at what's happening every day, no matter where you are, check your own local community. There are things that are happening not only on a national scale or global scale, but not only on a national scale or global scale. You okay? Hold on, y'all. Can you do it? Okay. All right. So we'll talk about that. Okay. All right. So, as I was saying, things are happening daily that you need to know about. Okay. Not only on a national scale, right, but in your local community. Okay. Do you know some of the topics that are happening in your local community? What is your city council talking about? What are some of the topics on the agenda at the city council meeting? Okay, what type of growth is happening in your area? Okay, a lot of businesses are popping up, commercial commercial developments are happening. But are these commercial developments in the best interest of you and your community? Everyone who is seeking to do business, how can I say this? They may not be, I'll just say everyone who's seeking to do business in your area, there may be some consequences behind that. Okay, what type of, if you live near a commercial area, okay, where they're talking about, for example, building different plants, warehouses and things like that. What are these warehouses putting out any chemicals, okay, in your community? Are you aware of that? I would advise you to become familiar with that if you're not. Some things, we talk a lot about food shortages. We talk a lot about, the different sicknesses that are happening all over the world. But there are some things that we just don't think about that are happening, that may be happening in your local community. So I advise you, I can't, stress that enough. become familiar with the concerns of your local community. You know, there are, depending on where you live, there may be some community groups, whether it's they meet weekly or they meet face to face. There's some online. There are some apps you can use. Now, I'm not recommending one or the other, okay? You can do your research on that. One that I know of, I'm not endorsing this, okay? I'm just mentioning it to you, sharing information. Well, one is Nextdoor, okay? Nextdoor app, you can look that up. Join your through your local community. But a lot of people, so what I'm saying is on places, on sites like that, different community groups, you can find out a lot about not only what's happening in your community, but what is coming, okay? I'm going to be sharing more information here on the channel, okay? I'll be uploading some videos, so make sure that you check the videos tab right here on the channel, as well as the playlist. Okay, a lot of my videos, y'all, a lot of my videos that I have done in the past are very relevant to today. And I think it also shows that, I was talking about topics months ago, a year ago or 2 years ago, because the channel is a little over 2 years old now. I was talking about topics way back then when they were not being talked about. And now to this day, is very relevant. A lot of these topics, if not all of them, are being talked about. So I encourage you to go back, watch some of my older videos. I'm going to be sharing a lot of my older videos on the community tab so that you can check them out and get the knowledge and information from there as well. Okay. A lot of laws, okay. Laws are being passed, bills are being introduced. I'm going to give you all some updates that I think you should know about on whitehouse.gov. Again, whenever I share information with you, it's not to scare you, but rather to inform you so that you can make a plan to protect and prepare for your family. A lot of things are happening, things that aren't necessarily being talked about, whether they want us to know it or not. I feel like that we all should know about these things. So, I want to share that information with you. So again, y'all, thank you all so much for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you all. I know there are probably millions of channels here on this platform, but you found my channel, you enjoy the content of the channel, and you continue to support me, and for that I'm grateful. Okay, talk to y'all soon. Be safe. Okay, I am actually still waiting on the rain to kind of not come down as much before I get out. Okay, stay tuned, y'all. I got more videos coming. Again, know what's going on in your local community. If you have the time, and if you would like, maybe think about joining a community group, whether that's one that meets face to face or virtually. And even if you don't join a group, I'm saying, like, if you don't join a group like a membership or attend face-to-face meetings, you can find there are some community groups who have social media accounts. Okay, that may be something that you're interested in, and you can join or become a member, however they have it set up, or go to their website or whatever their social media page is, and you can look and see, kind of keep yourself up to date on the information that's being shared. Okay. Also, y'all, I gotta mention this, okay? AI, okay? Artificial intelligence. You know that I have some videos here on the channel about artificial intelligence, as well as some older videos, okay? I was giving a warning about artificial intelligence months ago, maybe even last year, before this artificial intelligence boom came about, okay? That's what I call it, the AI boom, right? How all of a sudden, do y'all notice, think about months ago or last year, were we really talking about, or when I say we, okay, let me back up. Rather, because I was talking about it, okay? I don't know if you were or not, but was the media talking about artificial intelligence like they are now? Okay, it's like all of a sudden it was just like an artificial intelligence explosion. Okay, would you agree or disagree? Let me know your thoughts on that. A lot of concerns about artificial intelligence. Our current leadership, there have been Senate hearings, Senate meetings, Senate committee meetings, okay, or House meetings, Either way, Congress has been hearing from different CEOs of these AI companies. And y'all, it's even gotten to the point where some of the creators, developers of these companies, AI, artificial intelligence companies, they're sounding alarms with their own concerns. Okay, so how is it that the ones who created this, right? The ones who created this, funded this, you know, whatever role they played, participated in this, how is it now that they're sounding the alarm? Okay, let me remind you, right? Okay, artificial intelligence, this is just a new concept that just started this year in 2023. This is something you can look back, you can do your research. This has been in the works now for years, okay? At least maybe a decade, if not longer, okay? How is it that all of a sudden all these people are sounding an alarm on something that has, you know, was created by them? I don't know, y'all, but I have a lot of concerns, some new concerns that I'm even going to share, but we'll talk about that more in another video, okay? Again, thank you all so much for your support. I appreciate you. And if you are having severe weather, rainy weather like I am, continue to be safe, okay? Stay tuned for more commentary, news you can use right here on Andrea Speaks TV.